Hi everyone, I'm Lillian and welcome to my video. Today I'm showing you my soft romantic makeup look. Before I start, I just wanted to say I hope everyone is staying safe during this time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get started. To start, I'm going to use this foundation that I usually wear. It's the Double Wear from Estee Lauder. And my shade is Cool Vanilla. Using this brush to apply the foundation. Just a little bit more to cover the forehead. And now that I'm done with my foundation, I'm going in with concealer. The one that I'm using here is from Benefit. It's called the Industrial Strength Concealer, and it's just this one in a round container. And I like to use a flat brush to apply concealer. Just the areas where I've got blemishes and also under eyes. So just dabbing concealer in. And to blend out the edges between the foundation and concealer, I'm just going to go in with the Beauty Blender. And I'm just going around the edges where I've applied the concealer, just around the eyes. Okay, and I'm now done with blending out my concealer. The next thing I'm going to do is my brows, and I'm using the Goof Proof brow pencil from Benefit, and I'm using the shade number 2. To start off with, I am just going to brush my brows upwards. back in with some concealer. I'm going to draw a couple of hairlight strokes and to darken the edges, the outer edges of the brows, and to do this I'm going to use the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit, and I'm using a darker shade, and it's in the shade 3.5. So I'm using the really sharp tip of this pencil to just darken the outer edges. And then just to draw hair-like strokes on the inner corner. Now that the brows are done, I'm going to go in and do the eyes. For the eyes, I'm using this YSL palette, and it's called the Couture palette that comes with 5 colors, and this one that I'm using is in the shade number 14. And I'm going to go in first by grabbing a lighter color. And the color I'm going for is the pink one just here, and I'm just applying it all over the lid. And now I'm going to go in with the darker shade, and I'm taking this darker shade on this corner here, and just applying this over the bottom of the eyelids. Using a soft brush just to blend out the edges. I'm just using this soft brush from MAC, and it's the number 224, and what I'm going to do is just to blend out the sharp edges here. And now I'm just going back in with the darker brown color, and just applying it over the bottom of the lash, the bottom of the eye. And again, I'm going in with the blending brush and just going past this outer corner to blend out the harsh edges. And now I'm just going to apply the lighter white shade in the inner corners of the eye. So taking this white shade, you can see that I've used a lot of it, and just applying it in the inner corners of the eye just to open the eyes up and to give it that brighter look. And also at the bottom of the lid. And also applying it at the top corner, just to give it that highlighted effect. And now I'm just going to line the eyes. And what I'm going to use is this eyeliner from Chanel, and it's actually called the Graphique eyeliner, and it comes in the color 10, and that's the black. And the reason why I really like this eyeliner is because it has this really precise, sharp tip, which allows you to have really precision strokes. And then next I'm applying mascara, and the mascara that I'm using is from Lancome, and it's called the Grandiose Smudgeproof and Waterproof Mascara. I really like using waterproof eyeliners and mascara just because sometimes my eye waters, and I don't want any of my mascara or my eyeliner to run. So I'm just going to go in and apply mascara. And then before applying mascara to my lower lashes, I'm just going to line just the bottom outer corners with some eyeliner, and again I'm using a waterproof one, and this one's from Chanel, and this is called the Stylo Yeux waterproof long-lasting eyeliner, and the color I'm using is Espresso. The reason why I'm not using black per se as the bottom lash eyeliner is because I don't want it to look too dark, and sometimes dark brown does do the trick of lining the eyes at the bottom but not making it too dark and intense. I find that using black eyeliner at the bottom really makes your eyes look too intense, and that's not quite my style. So I'm just going to use this to line the bottom lashes. now that I'm done with the mascara, I'm just gonna apply my falsies. And the one that I'm using is quite a natural one, and it's just from Manicare, and just a very simple set that is not too heavy. And once the mascara is on, I'm going to go back in with concealer just to clean up around the eyes. I'm just using the tip of my beauty blender to go in. And then I'm also going to apply more concealer around the cheek areas and other areas that I've missed earlier. And the reason why I'm doing this at a later time is because I want the foundation and the concealer that I've applied at the start to really settle into the face and skin. And once it gets absorbed and gets settled, then you can see which areas you can or you need to focus on. And now what I'm going to do is to contour the face, and what I'm using is the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. The reason why I have this set that is a little bit unusual is because it's a travel pack, but basically this corner is the Hoola bronzer that I'll be using, and just using a big sculpting brush to apply the bronzer. So it's just along the jawlines. And also not forgetting to contour around the nose, and just using a fluffy brush that has some stiffness to it as well, and this is called the Maker Maxima brush, and it's called the Retoucher brush, and I'm just going ahead and grabbing more bronzer and just sculpting around the nose. And now that I'm done with touching up the skin and bronzer, now I'm finally setting the foundation with this Pep and Prime transparent finishing powder from MAC. It comes in a very clear powder, so it wouldn't actually change the color of your foundation. So I'm just picking up some product and just tapping it back and just applying. And we're done with setting the foundation, and a few more last few steps. I'm going to highlight certain areas of my face using the highlighter from Becca Cosmetics, and this is my favorite shade. It's called Champagne Pop, and I'm just going to use a fan brush to apply the highlighter, so just around the areas of the nose. And lastly, I'm going to apply some lipstick, and before doing that I'm going to apply some lip liner, and this one that I'm using is from Maybelline, and the shade that I'm using is Dusty Rose in number 130. And with my lipstick, I'm going to actually use sort of a lip gloss type lip shade, and this one's from Shiseido, and its code is 304, and it's actually quite a pinkish tone. And the blush that I'm going to use today is from Benefit, and it's called the Dandelion. So I'm just using a blush brush and just getting some product and just tapping it excess off and just applying it at the apples of my cheek. And just blending out towards the side of the face as well. And this soft romantic makeup look is done. I hope you guys like it. Give it a thumbs up or comment down in the comments section down below. Before I go, I just wanted to say stay safe and stay healthy during this time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!